Hey everybody, welcome to the Real United States and welcome again to Centennial Park here in the capital of the great state of Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. Today is the Sunday before Labor Day, and just less than 2 weeks ago on August 26th, this beautiful statue in commemoration of women's suffrage was unveiled and dedicated here in Centennial Park. So this is literally a brand new statue. It is again the work of local artist Alan LeQuire, who is a magnificent sculptor. Now, Alan's studio, incidentally, is right down on Charlotte Avenue, and it is in fact open to the public. I haven't met him personally yet, but I've seen him on videos here on YouTube, and seems like a very personable chap. Does beautiful work, and obviously has a lot of work here in Nashville. He's from this town, and so this work is probably his newest public work. Now, I'm not going to try and list the names of all of these women here. I'll put them on the screen if I can, or down below or in the description, but these women all very, very active, very integral part of the women's suffrage movement that happened in the second decade of the 20th century. Well, actually, it had happened, started long before then, but it came to a culmination in 1920 with the passage of the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which granted women the right to vote. And I know by today's standards, 96 years later, that seems kind of silly. It's like everybody should have had the right to vote, but well, things are different today. So in the early 1970s, a decree was made to establish August 26th as Women's Equality Day, because it is the anniversary date of the passage, the ratification of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. And so that's why that was the date chosen for the unveiling of this statue in commemoration of these women who work so hard in women's rights and in suffrage. Suffrage is a word we have a little bit of trouble with here in the United States because it sounds different than what it actually means. But it had to do with women's not having the right to vote. So that's what suffrage is. So if English isn't your first language, you're watching this from somewhere else in the world, that's what suffrage meant. And it is a beautiful statue. Now, outside of the statue here in Centennial Park, which is a 132-acre park, they have these placards made out of aluminum, Bev, if you could pull back a little bit, and they have the names here of each of the ladies that are depicted here on these stone tablets. They believe these are, in fact, granite tablets, that they've etched the names and some information about each of the ladies that are depicted here in the statue. And on the other side of the statue, in fact, they have some more information about the 19th Amendment and these brave women that work so hard, and especially the women from Tennessee. Now, Tennessee was the 34th, I believe, state to pass the 19th Amendment, or 36th. It's hard to keep all these in my mind fresh, but at any rate, so there is information here. So if you come here and you don't have a smartphone or something that you can look it up, there is information here that is going to tell you about these ladies. And it's neat, the clothing style of the era, all in dresses, long ankle-length dresses. Again, this would have been a depiction from the 19-teens probably, or certainly around 1920, prior to 1920. Everyone, of course, with a hat on, their head all covered, looking very formal. Such a different era than what we have today. So anyway, folks, I'd like to thank you for joining us here in Centennial Park in downtown Nashville, Tennessee, for the Women's Equality Day statue that was erected here just within the last couple of weeks. If you get a chance, you're here in Centennial Park, you're going to be in the Nashville area, stop in and see this. Again, beautiful work by Alan LeQuire. I'd like to thank you for joining us. If you've got questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. I love hearing from all of you. I try to get back to everybody I can. If you haven't already, hey, pick subscribe, come along for the adventure. We love having everybody with us. And as always, thank you for watching.